internship in 2002, and it was really a challenge because it was to start the first mobile feeding hospital in Bangladesh, and it was incredible because no one believed that it could be done. There had been other hospitals which had been done, but they had not run. And wherever I went, whoever I went to, all they said was, it's not possible, you can't do it. And I had to take that challenge. One hospital ship have now become 3 hospital ships. We have Emirates Airlines Foundation sponsoring our second ship. We have the Rainbow Warrior 2, which was given to us by Greenpeace and sponsored from Holland and Luxembourg as the 3rd hospital. We have built a 3-tier healthcare system where we try not to let anyone fall through the gap. The area that we started working in are the shores of the Brahmaputra or Jamuna, and these are islands. They are nomad islands which are continuously shifting, and people are migrating and shifting with it continuously. Some are migrating to different areas, but very often they're migrating to the mainlands, and they're migrating to Dhaka and the bigger cities. So these are migrant communities where every time that they are shifting, they're becoming subject to more and more poverty, because every time they move, they lose everything that they have. So we started looking at disaster in a way that people have to be prepared for disaster, and we have we kind of do community managed disaster risk reduction. This means that the communities themselves are prepared before disaster strikes. They are prepared, they identify what their risks are, how they can manage to, you cannot mitigate the risk, but you can prevent the impact happening as badly as it did. So there's pre-disaster, during disaster, we do relief work, we try to see that the communities are having good health, we carry medicines to them, food, relief, water. Rehabilitation comes after, and during rehabilitation, it's not only building houses for them, it is ensuring that they have house, water, sanitation. I remember going to one little island once after the floods, and there was a group of 18 families who had not eaten for 2 days, and they had nothing. They just had their land. They didn't even have a boat by which they could cross to the mainland to get commodities or have access to anything by which they could start their life. And I just sat with them, and I couldn't believe that hopelessness can be so deep, and I said, okay, what do you have and what can you do to have that little jump start in your life? And with that community, we started our sustainable economic development. What we give them is a kind of a package deal. The package deal is, first we do evaluation, then we give them certain lease financing, then we give them some amount of money if they need it, then we do a lot of training with them, we identify the exact requirements, we give them jobs if needed, and the whole thing is packaged together. So we work with agriculture, we work with fishermen group, and we have started working also with electricity. Mainly we work on a risk sharing model. And this model is a bit like what the local people are doing anyway, and we just don't maximize profit. Of course there is an earning, but that earning should be spent in such a way that it goes back to the community so that they can take off before having sustainability of the organization. Microfinance, or as an organization which is giving loan of money, has to be sustainable. Of course I understand that, but for me, of course, it's no point being an organization where I become a very rich organization. We do not look at the sustainability of the funds we are giving them. We look rather at the sustainability of the people themselves. When they needed hope, it was to educate their children, because they had already had a kind of life which was a bit hopeless. They knew that they would never be able to break out of the cycle, and the only way that they could break out of this poverty cycle was by giving their children education. Anywhere I went, all they wanted for the future was education, and we started schools. And today we have schools which can be dismantled within 2.5 to 3 hours. It can be shifted. The children get back the same school when they have to migrate.
The teachers are all from the community and they're all below high school level. We teach not only we prepare them not only for the national primary examination in grade 5, but we also prepare them to be good citizens. And one of the most important components of the Friendship School is the way that it works around child rights and code of ethics. We have members of the Shalish, we train them. We train one paralegal to whom anyone in deep problems can come. If there's a child marriage going on, we make sure that it's the responsibility of the community to stop it, because one person cannot hold against this. One person cannot hold against this. One group cannot hold against this. The whole community has to hold against. We even for 2002, we started renovating old boats. We were doing it with our own funds. We were renovating old boats and trying to save the carpenters, because these are the last generation of carpenters. One of the best smooth skin boats in the world are found in Bangladesh, and that is the Patam boat. So we were seeing Patam Naukas on the rivers of Bangladesh, and within a year we could not even find one. And the whole technology had disappeared. But we were still in a position where we could rescue these carpenters, and we could take on these carpenters to work with us, recreate a boat and take care of this. So what we started thinking was that we would try to make a link, basically, bring awareness throughout the country, telling people what a unique heritage they have got, to try to make awareness not only nationally but internationally, showing them that if these carpenters are lost, if this technology is not saved, it would be not only a loss for Bangladesh, but it would be a loss for humanity. I think today that we have succeeded, because people are coming to us now. I think the value of these wooden boats have been transmitted from the rivers to the houses of people who are rich enough to be able to afford it, and whose awareness can make a difference. It has been transported internationally through various exhibitions, not only nationally but internationally.